Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So for today's video, we're going to be doing something special here. Now what I have in this deck is every normal level 4 monster from the original Yugi starter deck that came out in 1995 or whenever it was back in the day. And what we're going to do is show that any deck, even the Yugi starter deck from 1995, can be good if you improve it with these tech support cards. Now, that's the challenge for today's episode. If you like this episode, if you like this concept, if you like the channel, please consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments what sort of topics and videos you like, and I'll do those next. Alright, so here's what we did. We took all the normal level 4 monsters from Yugi's starter deck, and we're gonna just put in basically meta cards and see, you know, are these cards strong enough on their own to get wins with basically the weakest, you know, most pathetic normal monsters with no effects. You know, can we get wins? All right, our best, our best normal monster here, Neil the Magic Swordsman. Look at him, 1700 attack. What a powerhouse. All right, here's what we done. We put in triple Max C, triple Ash. These hand traps, these interaction pieces will let you draw extra cards, will disrupt your opponent's combos, and that's going to give you, you know, a bit of an edge when you're playing against the opponent. Any deck is going to be better when you've got these pieces in it. Also, what we've added is the Destiny Phoenix Enforcer package. You can put this in any deck. There's no restriction on this. As long as you can, you know, fit these cards in your deck, which you can do for sure, and you can play this. And if you can get 2 effect monsters on the field, which is pretty hard for this deck because all of our monsters, well, most of our monsters are normal monsters, you can special summon Predaplan Verte, and you can get the DPE from your extra deck. Basically, that's all that's required. Easy peasy. Now, what else do we put in here? We put in Dark Hole, because that's classic. That was in the Yugi starter deck, so that's a little special spice here. 1 copy Raigeki Monster Reborn. We got a Lightning Storm, we got Double Call by the Grave, we got a Mirror Force, got some Bottomless Trap Hole, a trap that fell out of favor, but you know, any sort of interaction on your opponent's turn can help out. We got 2 Imperms, you can use these on your opponent's turn, and we got a single copy of Solemn Judgment. Now, these are like the support pieces. What do we have for combos? If we can get 2 monsters on the field, we should be in a position where we can win. So here's our options for if we get 2 monsters. If we get 2 normal level 4 monsters, we can go into a rank 4 XC. If we can attack, we can make Zeus. Zeus will let us detach to send all cards on the field to the graveyard, so that's pretty strong. Pretty strong end board if we can get our 2 normal summon monsters onto the field. What else can we do? Because you can put this in any deck. If you can XZ summon, which means you summon 2 monsters with the same level, you can make Zeus. You fit this in any deck. Alright, what else have we got? Well, we've got a bunch of Hulk of Fibrax combos. Because we're playing Ash, our deck has tuners. And if your deck has tuners, you can play Hulk of Fibrax. And if your deck isn't playing tuners, and you're playing Monster Reborn, you can play Hulk of Fibrax. Because you can Monster Reborn your opponent's Ash Blossoms or your opponent's tuners from their graveyard, and you can make Hulk of Fibrax. So there's really no excuse to not include this in any deck. You know, it'll make any deck better. And what do you do with Hulk of Fibrax? Well, you Hulk of Fibrax, you get either Jet Synchron or Despot 1. Then you can Synchro Summon and basically end with Borreload Savage Dragon, Herald of the Arclight, or you could just end with the Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon and a Baron de Fleur. Both of these are pretty good. So that's the core concept of the deck. I'm going to show you some gameplay, but that'll show off some of the combos the deck has, and we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see how effective this strategy is. All right, let's get going. All right, we got some interaction here. We got a beautiful normal monster, Sorcerer of the Doomed. Opponent's going to E-Telly. We're going to get Ashen. E-Telly's a combo starter for a lot of decks, so we don't know what they're playing, but they're playing Psychic Monsters. Let's get Ashen. Opponent is just going to pass here. They got no follow-up plays. Let's pass our turn. Looks like we drew a powerhouse. Great White. More attack than the Sorcerer, so that's why we're summoning him. Get normal summoning, get attacking. Did you know Great White is a giant shark with razor sharp teeth? Well, now you do. Opponent is playing Black Wings. They're gonna get synchro summoning. They're gonna synchro summon Denglong. They're gonna synchro summon. The Denglong is gonna activate in the graveyard to special summon a Yangzing from the deck. We don't want that to happen. Let's get called by the Graven. Negate that effect. No special summoning for you. Unfortunately, they did manage to special summon Assault Blackwing. And this is going to have much more attack than our pathetic Great White, who's going to get sent sadly to the graveyard. Alright, well, that's fine, opponent. You know what? We got Dark Hole. The Yugi starter deck. Showing off its power here. Get to the graveyard. Get normal summoning. Neo the Magic Swordsman. Our #1 normal monster. See if our opponent can stand up to this. Opponent is going to pass the turn. Mega Brick hand here. Let's get set in a bottomless trap hole, but now it's time. We got 2 monsters on the field. Let's get XE summoning. Make our Black Ship of Corn. It doesn't need to be Black Ship. You can use anything. Now since we've attacked an XE monster, let's get the Zeus on board. Yami Yugi structure deck showing off its power. Opponent is done. Cannot handle the upgraded Yugi starter deck. Alright, let's check our opponent's deck list. Alright, opponent is playing 42 card Blackwings. They got a lot of Blackwings. They got Ash, they got Maxi. You know what? Opponent's been following our lesson plan, but they're not playing the Hulk of Fibrex package. You know, you can fit that in any deck. Very strong. I think it's worth putting in any deck that plays tuners and plays Monster Reborn. Because, you know, you never know when you can just summon a random monster in an Ash Blossom, and having an end board combo that can go into is, you know, it's a good line to have. Do you really need 2 Assault Blackwing Cheeto? You know? Probably not. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, another powerhouse hand. This time we got Man-Eating Treasure Chest and Ancient Elf. And we got Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn gonna help us with our extended plays. We can get 2 monsters on field with Monster Reborn easily. Opponent's playing Despia. We're gonna get negating. Stop them from getting their fusion spell. Get out of here. Opponent is negated. They're gonna activate the fusion spell. They had it in hand. What's going on? Despia and Quartus. Quartus going to be able to change attack of all monsters on the field to 0. Opponent is going to get attacking. Our Ancient Elf is no match. Get to the graveyard, but now we can show off the power of Monster Reborn. Get drawn. Perfect card here. Let's get wiping that back row. Good thing we did. They had a Mirror Force. Classic staple. Now let's get 2 monsters on the field. Opponent gonna activate that for some reason. They were worried about our Ancient Elf's attack points. Well, don't worry, opponent. We got better than Ancient Elf. Let's get the Crystron Hulk of Fibrex. Let's get our Despot 1 out of the deck. And let's get the Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. This is showing off the power of this combo. All you gotta do, put the Despot 1 in your deck and you can do this. Get 2 monsters on the field, one of them a tuner. And now what you can do, you can make Baron de Fleur. We got Omni Negate. We got once per turn popping. Let's get popping. Opponent can activate effects in the graveyard. We don't care. Activate your effects, opponent. Negate Baron. We got nothing to worry about. Let's get those monsters on the field. Let's get attacking. Get them out of here. Straight to the garbage. Pass the opponent's turn. We still got our Omni Negate. Baron is online. Opponent gonna activate Raigeki. I don't think so, opponent. Get negating. Baron gonna shut that down. See what the opponent can do here. Opponent gonna activate effect in the graveyard. Gonna add their Despia Theater to hand. They're gonna activate it, but they got no plays. They're done. We did it. Yugi structure deck did it. Alright, let's go check out our opponent's deck list. Alright, opponent is playing Despia. They got Maxi, they got Ash. All the powerhouse cards you need. Even playing some, ooh, Dark Lords. I'm so used to seeing this deck in the Fusion Festival. I'm not used to seeing it with extra deck monsters that are not fusions. Even playing the Super Polys, this is like a direct port. They're running Condemned Dark Lord and a bunch of fusion monsters. Well, very nice deck opponent, but it's no match for the Yugi starter deck from 1995. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, we got a great hand here. Lots of card interaction. We got Monster Negate, we got Graveyard Negate, we got Max C to get drawn, and we got Jet Synchron, which I'll show you right now is a 1-card combo. Special summon a Link Karibo. Doesn't have to be Link Karibo, it can be any Link monster. Special summon the Jet Synchron by discarding one of your normal monsters. Make the Hulk of Fibrax. Hulk of Fibrax gets Search in our Despot. Now we're going to special summon. Now you got Mecha Phantom Beast Aurorodon. Get activating. Get our tokens on the field. Choose a appropriate pattern for your tokens. Get our Despot back on field. Now we can activate Mecha Phantom Beast. If you put a copy of O-Line in your deck, now opponent is giving up. They couldn't handle this. But if you got a copy of O-Line in your deck, you can special summon the O-Line with the Aurorodon. Then you can use the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line and your 2 tokens. That's 6, 7, 8 to make a level 8 4-load dragon. 4-load will give you Omni Negates on your opponent's turn. And then the O-Line, when it goes to the graveyard, is going to make you a token. So you got another level 3 token, and use your Despot to make a level 4 synchro of the Herald of the Arclight, and that's going to give you another Omni Negate. Alright, well, opponent could not handle our amazing Yugi starter deck. Let's check out our opponent's deck list. Alright, our opponent was playing Sky Strikers. Wow. Sky Strikers is a really grindy deck, but they weren't willing to play against our 1-card combo. All we needed was a Jet Synchron. That was all we used. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, powerhouse hand. We got the Witty Phantom, and we got our highest defense point monster, Mystical Elf. Let's get T-Set passing. Our Effect Veiler hopefully can hold off our opponent. Opponent gonna activate Dark Hole, sending our Mystical Elf to the graveyard. Sad days, opponent. Alright, well, let's show him the power of the Yugi starter deck. Great White, attack directly. Opponent is rattled. They got nothing. They don't know what's going on. They've never seen this card before. They're gonna Dark Hole. Our Great White is gone to the graveyard. Opponent gonna set a card face down. Could be anything. Let's get drawn. Got an Imperm. Well, let's get normal summon Witty Phantom. Opponent activating Ring of Destruction, setting our Windy Phantom to the graveyard. How are we gonna get 2 monsters on the field? Set our Imperm here. Opponent gonna activate Twin Twisters, destroying both our back row. This is a huge deal. We really were relying on that Mirror Force, but opponent's not summoning monsters. Who knows what they got? All right, let's get setting. Let's get attacking with the Max C. We need 2 monsters on the field. We can't do it if we don't play a monster. So let's hope Solemn can hold them off. And opponent is done. They can't handle the power. I don't know why opponent. Well, it says connection failed. You know what? Let's hope for their sake their connection really did fail. Because if they conceded to Yugi starter deck, that's a pretty sad story. All right, let's check out our opponent's deck list. All right, opponent was playing Numerons. Now, I don't know what, they must have had Max C. I think I saw them discard Psyframe Gamma, but I mean, I'm surprised Numerons, I guess we never had 2 monsters on the field. They could never Lava Golem. Who knows what their hand was? Yeah, and I guess Kaijuing Kaijuing our Yugi starter deck monster is probably not a good idea. Definitely a bit of an upgrade. Well, I guess the Numeron player got unlucky, but just shows the power of the Yugi starter deck. That, you know, just with a slight upgrade, we could defeated Numerons. Alright, well, let's do one more game here. Alright, we got the classic Viva Warrior, Magical Ghost. Max C hopefully can hold off our opponent for a turn here. They're going to get Thunder Dragon searching. Let's get Ashen. If we draw another Ash with our Max C, we'll be able to activate that on their turn again. Get negated, opponent. Beaver Warrior, save us. Opponent is going to activate Chaos Space, send a Light Monster to their graveyard to search Chaos Creator. Now, we could Max C now. Well, we can't Max C in response to this because it's an inherent summon. We could have Max C'd at the beginning of their turn, but I want to bait them into starting the combo so they aren't going to stop and not let us draw cards. So let's let them commit. Opponent is searching Thunder Dragon cards. They're going to activate Thunder Dragon. Get searching. Thunder Dragon's in the hand. They're going to get special summoning. Now it's time to Max C. The effect of Thunder Dragon Hawk is going to special summon a Thunder Dragon monster. So let's get drawn. Alright, bottomless, not bad. Opponent still summoning here. They're going to summon the Colossus. Now, Colossus stops you from adding cards to hand except by drawing, so doesn't stop Max C. They're going to special summon the Titan. Just letting us draw multitudes of cards here. Getting another Colossus on field. Or maybe it's the same Colossus. Going to battle phase. Get attacking. Now, both of these monsters have effects that prevent destruction, so we can use our Imperm to negate one of them, get it off the field. Got another Max C. If we can live for one more turn, we might be able to get some sort of line going. Opponent is boosting the attack of their Thunder Dragon. Gonna try and destroy our Imperm. That does not negate. Learn that lesson, opponent. MST doesn't negate, and neither does Thunder Dragon Titan. Let's get destroying all face-up monsters. Except, sadly, the Thunder Dragon Colossus. Get set in our Magical Ghost. Set in our Bottomless Trap Hole. Let's hope our Max C round 2 can get us to victory. Opponent activating Thunder Dragon Hawk in hand. Gonna get special summoning. Let's get destroying that card. But opponent's got another one. Got Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron's a 1-card starter. We can use it to... Oh no! Opponent summoning... They tribute summon a monster. They tribute summon and then their last card was Fusion Destiny. Opponent. They got us. They got us. Alright, well, you know what? The Yugi starter deck had a good run. But you're not going to win every game. That's a lesson for anyone. Even if you're playing the most powerful deck out there, you're still going to lose some games. So, gotta take the defeats, with grace. Alright, let's check out our opponent's deck list here. Okay, opponent was playing 40-card Thunder Dragon. They have been listening to my advice. They got the 3 Ash Blossoms. They got the double Max C. They got the Monster Reborn. They got the DPE package. You know, this deck looks very similar to ours in a lot of ways, except instead of normal Yugi monsters, they're playing a bunch of Thunder Dragons. Let's take a look at their extra deck. They got the Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. They got the Baron de Fleur. They got the Hulk of Fibrex here, but they're not running the same Hulk of Fibrex combo that I run. Looks like they aren't running that. So I'm guessing they go Hulk of Fibrex into Nightmare Unicorn, and then what's the tuner? I guess they get a Thunder Dragon tuner. Well, they don't have a 1-card way to get into Access Code Talker, so if they replaced 1 card with something else, then they might be able to link climb straight up to an Access Code, or straight up to a Baron de Fleur. Alright, well, interesting deck. Let's go talk about how this went. Alright, so that was the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed our Yugi starter deck upgrade. If you're looking to upgrade your own decks, these are the cards that I would recommend you add. You gotta add your Effect Failure, your Despot, your Jet Synchron. If you're going meta, you play the Max Cs, play your 1 Mecha Phantom Beast, play your Ash Blossoms at 3. Then for backflow removal, you can use Dark Hole. You don't have to use Dark Hole though, other cards will work. We got Raigeki, we got Monster Reborn, a classic. I recommend the DP package in any deck, so that's 2 copies of Fusion Destiny and a Destiny Hero Dasher and a Destiny Hero Celestial. And in the extra deck, you play a Destroyer. And if you really want, you can play a Verte if you're playing a lot of effect monsters. Now, we have a lot of cards in the extra deck that I never ended up using. I never ended up using Selene. Selene is an optional combo with the Hulk of Fibrex. Never ended up using Appaloosa, but it is a good generic card you can put in any deck. And never used the Access Code Talker. It's another card you can put in any deck. Same for the Nightmare Phoenix. And our two XE monsters, these are optional. If you want, pay attention to what level the monsters in your deck are, and then put an XE monster in that matches those levels, and then you can make Zeus whenever you can attack with an XE monster. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments. See you next time.